Be careful. Your special person just showed multiple pictures of you to their family, and they said you look like an. Archangel Michael says this message arrives like a whisper before a storm, steady and certain, carrying a shield for your heart. Your special person carried your image into a room full of family expectations, old stories, and unspoken rules. The air changed the moment your face appeared on their screens, and nothing in that room stayed the same. They passed the phone around as if it were a fragile glass filled to the brim, careful hands and nervous smiles. Someone said you look like an answered prayer, and a quiet elder nodded with a softness that glowed like a candle in a dark hall. Another voice muttered that you look like a door that opens to a life they do not control, and that is where the edge began to sharpen. Archangel Michael says your name traveled across that living room the way thunder moves across valleys. A cousin paused the video on your laugh and held it a second longer than anyone else, as if measuring light. One person could not meet your eyes on the screen because something in them feared what they saw in you, a reflection of their own unlived courage. The first opinion sounded sweet like honey, praising your grace and presence. The second opinion sounded like metal scraping stone, measuring your worth as if love were a market and not a miracle. The third opinion did not use words at all, only a look that tried to cut, and that look did not reach you because grace built a wall around you before you even knew you needed it. Your special person defended you without effort, not because of argument, but because truth stood up on its own. They said you look like a beginning they choose with their whole chest. They said your eyes carry calm even in a crowded room, and your smile reminds them of coming home after a long journey. Be careful, because blessing attracts attention and attention attracts projection. Someone in that circle has built identity around control, and control fears anything it cannot define. You are not a box to fit on a shelf, and that unsettled the one who organizes people like objects. There is a woman there who smiles with every tooth and hides calculations behind the shine. She will search your pictures again late at night, zooming in on details of your clothes, your background, the shape of your hands. She will attempt to build a case out of shadows, and shadows dissolve when held against steady light. There is a man who measures affection by reputation, and reputation by whispers. He will speak with old friends who believe they hold authority over the future because they held authority over the past. His pride is a thin mask, and thin masks tear when love refuses to bow. Your special person stood taller while they showed your pictures. They spoke about your patience, your work, your quiet strength that does not demand applause to prove it exists. Someone heard the steadiness in their voice and realized this was not infatuation, this was decision. Archangel Michael says do not shrink because of their opinions. Their words are not weather that can flood your house. Their words are only smoke, and you are not a house that burns when someone strikes a match far away. In another room of the same house, a teenage niece looked at your photo and saw courage she wants to learn. She saved your picture because it made her believe good people still find each other in a world that sometimes forgets how to be gentle. She will become the quiet ally you did not know you had. The older aunt with silver hair will be the one who matters more than she appears to. She will ask for your birthday and say she likes the strength in your jawline and the kindness around your eyes. She will not argue with anyone because she does not need to argue when she knows what she knows. A message will reach you in a way that looks ordinary. A small change in a routine call. A slightly longer hug when you meet. A word left on read and then answered with a voice note that carries more care than any text could hold. This is your sign that the room's temperature changed, and the person you love chose you in front of witnesses. Be careful, not afraid. Careful means anchored, not anxious. Careful means you move with intention, not with apology. Clean your space tonight as if you are preparing for an honored guest. Light a gentle fragrance. Play the song that always brings your breathing back to rhythm. Set one glass of water near your doorway as a reminder that you welcome peace and deny chaos. The one who pretends to defend tradition will attempt a test. They will recommend a boundary that is really a cage. You will recognize it because it will require you to become smaller to fit inside. You do not enter cages, and you do not perform to be considered worthy of sunlight. Your special person will schedule a family meal and ask you to join. The table will look like a stage, and the stage will feel like a trial, but it is only a table. Remember this truth. Plates clink, chairs move, stories flow, and beneath it all the ground still belongs to the one who fashioned the ground. You stand, you sit, you smile, you breathe, and the room learns the temperature of your presence. Wear what makes you feel fully yourself. Choose textures that tell your skin it is safe. Choose colors that do not shout but cannot be ignored. You dress like a promise kept, not like a performance chasing applause. Bring one modest gift for the household, something simple and thoughtful. You offer without ceremony, then you release any need for it to be received a certain way. A generous heart does not take notes for later leverage. There will be a moment when silence appears. Someone will raise an old fear and slide your name into it. You will answer with a calm sentence that does not justify your existence. You will describe your values in plain words, and your stillness will speak louder than the fear ever could. Archangel Michael says your eyes will carry a message that cannot be interrupted. Your voice will establish a steady drumbeat in that room. Your posture will tell the truth that your life is built on solid ground, not on permission slips. The cousin who paused your laugh on the phone will watch you closely. They will look for drama and find depth instead. They will test you quietly with a small inconvenience, and you will respond with patience. That patience will dismantle their plan and teach them something about real strength. The woman with bright smiles will attempt to offer help that is actually surveillance. She will ask for your number in a way that feels urgent. You will share only what your peace allows, and nothing more. Consider a boundary that protects without turning cold. A rumor will attempt to start. It will be light as ash and quick as dry leaves in wind. Do not chase it. Your life will outrun it without effort because real footsteps always move faster than drifting smoke. Your special person will grow braver because you stood still. They will speak to the elder and explain the shape of the future with your name in it. The elder will listen and then look at you with the recognition of someone who has seen many seasons and still believes spring arrives on time. A quiet blessing will cross the table, not in the form of a ritual, but in the way the conversation softens. The room will agree to disagree in places and agree to agree where it matters. Love does not require a unanimous vote to be real. Be careful of over-explaining your heart. Your kindness does not need a presentation. Your life already presents it each day in the choices you make and the care you bring. Keep your routine strong. Eat well, drink water, honor your sleep. Your nervous system deserves respect and rest, especially when new rooms test your steadiness. Steadiness grows when your body feels held. Set 3 anchors for the week. 1 promise to your work. 1 promise to your health. 1 promise to your joy. Keep those promises with the same loyalty you keep your word to others, and watch the ground under you become even more stable. On a midweek evening, a message will arrive from someone in that family who once doubted you. It will not contain a full apology, and it does not need to. It will contain a new tone, a softened edge, a smaller pride. Receive it with grace and stand in your standard. Later, at a gathering, someone will tell a story about resilience, and your special person will look at you while they nod along. This is not performance. This is recognition. This is the way 2 lives say yes without grand speeches. The jealous one will make one more attempt. They will try to provoke a scene with a careless comment about your past or your appearance. The room will hold its breath. You will let the comment fall to the floor. You will not pick it up, you will not polish it, you will not treat it like a treasure. It stays where it belongs, forgotten. Archangel Michael says the path opens because you refuse to bend your light to fit inside their fear. You stayed human, kind, and unshaken. That combination disarms even the loudest resistance. Take a small walk tomorrow, somewhere green if possible. Let your feet remember you carry your whole history with grace. You do not drag it. You do not hide it. You honor it and keep going. Write 1 page about the life you are building with your special person. Not a fantasy, a plan. Simple lines. Shared mornings. Shared goals. Shared laughter. Shared quiet. Real things. Put it where you can see it. Let that page train your mind to expect good news. You look like a story that survived and still loves. You look like clear water after a season of dust. You look like a light that refuses to argue with darkness because it does not need to. This is why some people felt threatened and others felt relieved. The family will reorganize around the truth that your presence is not a threat to their belonging. Belonging multiplies when love multiplies. The elder will speak that wisdom in a tone that ends arguments without rancor. Your special person will start making practical moves. A conversation about dates. Another about budgets and plans. Another about how you both manage stress when storms roll through. These are the conversations that build houses able to stand. There will be tiny moments when you remember the first time you sent a picture and felt vulnerable. You will smile because the picture that once made you nervous became the picture that carried you into a room and turned on lights. Fear shrinks when faced, and you have faced it. Keep your circle clean. 2 trusted friends are enough for deep counsel. Choose the ones who protect you in rooms you never enter. Choose the ones who lift your name even when you are not listening. Protect your privacy with wisdom. Share what nourishes connection. Keep sacred what deserves quiet. The best stories do not need to be fed to everyone to stay alive. The relative who studies you with kind curiosity will ask for a small conversation alone. They will mention the way you listened when others spoke. They will share a piece of family history that will help you understand the roots of their caution. Thank them for trusting you with it. Knowledge softens hard ground. Archangel Michael says favor follows integrity. Integrity means your inside and your outside keep each other company. Your words and your actions travel together. You do not borrow masks to please strangers. You breathe in peace and breathe out clarity. Gossip grows in empty spaces, so keep your days full of purpose. Focus on your craft. Focus on your commitments. Focus on the small rituals that make a home feel held. This is how you starve the vine of rumor. Remember the niece with bright eyes. She will send you a small message that says she felt hope when she saw your picture. You might never know all the lives you strengthen just by standing upright, but heaven keeps count and uses your steadiness like a seed. The man chained to reputation will try to measure you again. He will fail because you do not stand still long enough to be measured by the wrong ruler. Your life is not a competition, it is a garden, and gardens do not race. There will be a day when the entire family meets you again and forgets the tension they once carried like a badge. They will laugh and forget they meant to be suspicious. They will remember they are people, not judges. Conversations like this are quiet victories that echo for years. Carry your phone like a tool, not a trophy. Pictures can tell truth or they can build illusions. Your pictures do both in different minds, and that is fine because your reality stays steady. You are not here to edit yourself until everyone feels comfortable. You are here to live fully and love cleanly. Your special person chose you in private and then chose you again in public. The second choice carries power because it sets the stage for the life you build. Your name sits in their future plans the way a cornerstone sits at the base of a house. The woman with bright smiles will eventually tire of pretending. She will either soften into sincerity or step away on her own as people do when they cannot bend a strong branch. Either outcome is peace. You now understand that the room's reaction revealed them more than it defined you. You did not need approval to continue. You only needed clarity, and clarity arrived. It arrived in how your special person stood, in how the elder looked at you, in how your own breath stayed slow. Archangel Michael says keep walking. The road beneath you is honest. Every step you take writes a line that cannot be erased by anybody's doubt. The pictures did not expose you, they introduced you, and introductions often wake sleeping wars in small hearts. Your heart is not small. You will mark tonight as the night you stopped apologizing for being visible. You will take one more step into your role as a builder of calm homes and brave futures. The ones meant for you will find you without theatrics and stay without chains. When you close your eyes, breathe and feel the shield around you that was there before this message and will be there long after. This shield does not make you hard. It makes you safe enough to keep being soft. Soft strength is a language only the wise learn to respect. Tomorrow you will wake to a text that begins with a simple good morning and ends with a plan. Read it with a steady smile. This is what happens when love stops hiding. Be careful means keep your peace on purpose. Be careful means honor your boundaries like sacred fields. Be careful means do not hand your joy to those who trade in doubt. This is your time, your path, your chapter written in firm letters. The family will adapt. The house will learn your rhythm. The once skeptical cousin will defend you at a future table without realizing how much they changed. The elder will bless you with a nod again. The woman with bright smiles will either grow or go. Your special person will keep choosing, and you will keep building. The pictures started a fire in their house. It is not a fire that destroys. It is a fire that refines. It melts old fears and leaves a stronger shape when it cools. Stand in your truth. Hold your head like sunrise. Walk forward. You look like an open door to a better season, and open doors unsettle locked rooms. Let the air move. Let the old dust lift and leave. Let what is real remain. This is the message and the map. You are protected. You are chosen. You are ready. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says the next morning carries quiet proof in small details that many people ignore. Your special person speaks with more ease, and their shoulders rest lower than yesterday. The house that once felt heavy now moves with a softer rhythm. A plan forms without fanfare and feels practical in your hands. There is a shared note on a phone with dates, tasks, and tiny reminders. There is a budget line that holds both discipline and kindness. The elder invites you to the kitchen where real decisions often happen. Steam rises from a pot while stories rise from a memory that has seen many winters. You listen with respect, and respect opens doors that talk cannot open. You are handed a simple task that carries meaning beyond its size. You stir a sauce while laughter drifts in from the living room like sunlight through a curtain. The elder watches how you move and decides to trust what they see. A niece shows you an old photo album and points to a picture of their parents when they were young and untested. You see the same hope now in your special person's eyes when they look at you. The room notices without needing to announce it. The cousin who once paused your picture to study your laugh tries another test. They make a joke that could turn sharp or stay light depending on your response. You choose light without becoming small, and the joke melts into something safe. You leave the house and the air outside feels cleaner than when you entered. Your steps match the pace of your heartbeat, calm and steady. Your special person squeezes your hand in a way that says they see what you just did without needing many words. In the days that follow, messages come with less hesitation. Plans ask for your input instead of telling you how it will be. The rhythm of the connection grows strong because both of you add to the beat. You protect your privacy with thoughtful habits that feel natural. You post less than you used to and share more directly with the heart that has earned access. You understand that intimacy grows in rooms where cameras do not narrate every movement. Someone outside the family tries to revive an old narrative that never fit your life. It lands with a dull thud because truth no longer makes room for it. People sense stability and choose it without speeches. Archangel Michael says alignment looks quiet from the outside and thunderous from the inside. Your choices stack like stones into a wall that keeps storms out and lets light in. You keep stacking because you are building something that lasts. You schedule a meeting with your own loved ones and tell them the path you are on. Your voice carries the same steadiness you spoke with at the table in that other house. Your circle offers support in simple, grounded words. Work remains a priority and you treat it like good soil that deserves care. You meet deadlines, you keep promises, and you guard your energy from draining conversations. Your results speak softly and clearly. There is a small celebration for a family milestone and you are invited without drama. You bring a dish you learned in the elder's kitchen and place it on the table with quiet pride. Familiar hands reach for seconds and a kind of welcome settles in the space. The woman with the bright smile watches your calm and starts to lose interest in pretending. Her effort to perform becomes heavy even for her. She either softens into truth or drifts to the edges where she cannot harm the center. A younger cousin asks for advice about a decision they are afraid to make. You guide them without controlling them. They thank you later because your words removed fog instead of adding more. A small gift arrives at your door from someone who once doubted you. It is practical and thoughtful and free of hidden hooks. You accept it with grace and keep your boundaries where they belong. Your special person begins to speak about next steps in a voice that carries both realism and devotion. They have set aside pride and asked for counsel where needed. They are not swayed by noise because they learn to trust what peace confirms. The man tied to reputation notices that his older methods no longer move the room. He tries to push one more time using stories that used to work. The stories fall apart because people sense the difference between control and care. You and your special person visit a quiet place to breathe and plan. You sit on a bench where trees speak in leaves and the ground feels like a friend. You make 3 promises to each other that fit like keys to strong doors. You agree to protect each other's names when not present. You agree to tell the truth early so nothing becomes heavy in secret. You agree to keep joy in the schedule the way you keep important work in the schedule.